Well, hello there, and welcome to the penultimate episode of this season of Back to the Clubs with me, Major K. I'm a DJ, producer and record label owner, and in this series I'm talking to other DJs about their club experiences. What bid them to become a dance music DJ? In which club do they dream to play? And what can one catch that is not thrown? The answer to that is a cold. The answers to the other questions are often surprising. Previous guests this season include Cynthia Laclay, Nico Morano and, last episode, Dimitri Andreas as I should say. Today it's Madness Factory. Before we introduce him, be sure to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app. Give the show a raving rating too. It helps more people find the podcast. In your podcast app, you can also find my weekly mix podcast Flash Forward Presents with Major K. And @OfficialMajorK is my handle on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. And now, Madness Factory, a young Serbian producer and DJ who's trying to establish himself in a country where his genre of music is not necessarily the most popular. In the interview, we talk about his EDM roots, the DJs he liked back then, and the struggles he encountered, even when one of his tracks was played at Tomorrowland, one of those editions. It's a sobering chat, but one that displays a never-give-up mentality. All for the love of music. So enjoy the show. Here we go.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.
Hello again, and you heard him already. Madness Factory here in Back to the Clubs. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. How about you, sir?
I'm doing fine as well. It's Friday night. The weather's cold a little bit here in Belgium. Christmas time is coming about, so I like that kind of period of the year. Doesn't need to be any colder than it is right now. That's for sure as well. How's life over there? You're in Serbia, right?
Yeah, Serbia, Belgrade. Yeah, I mean, it's like Eastern Europe's kind of city, so you can figure out by yourself that it's not much of a good country for making music and art. You know,
okay.
because the economy and all this stuff, it's you have to work hard and to be patient, but we try to give our best.
Yes, and I guess the music kind of brings a little bit of solace, perhaps. Like if it's a hard life over there, if you can focus a little bit of your time on the music, it gives a little bit more joy as well. No?
Yeah, exactly. This is, I think, for me, music is my passion. You know, it's not related to money, wealth, or fame, or something like this. For now, I mean, it's never gonna be, but. If it comes, it comes. You cannot, if it comes, it comes. But for now, it's just a passion of mine because here you need to, I have 9-to-5 job and stuff like that. A little, not so much time for music, actually. You have friends, family, girlfriend and stuff like that. Yeah, of course. So you need to squeeze that all in one thing. So yeah, it's a little bit hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's as they say, it's a balancing act, to see that everything can happen. So yeah, you're into music for sure. There's a track out as we speak, as a matter of fact, on Flash Forward Presents, which is my label, a track you collaborated on with Hassan Ghazi from Canada. How do you know each other?
Actually, it's it's a cool story. I saw the label that he runs, Reckoning Records. Reckoning Records. Once, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, and I sent a demo, and he loved it. And since then, we kind of, really got in touch with the music, and he's a really nice guy, cool guy. And I felt like as soon as I signed to Reckoning Records, I felt like home, So Hassan gave me this feeling of being, well accepted and stuff like that. So since then, basically what I do is publishing with Reckoning Records. I have some side labels, like with my Russian friends, Aria label, which I would like to mention. Maybe one more. It's not that important, but yeah, Reckoning Records is like, for now, is like my home.
Yes, I do understand. And he is a great guy to talk to as well. We did a Back to the Clubs session and a chat a couple of months ago, I think it is.
Yeah,
weeks ago for sure. So yeah, it was really fun and great guy to work with.
Yeah, great musician.
Yeah, great musician, absolutely. And so happy to have you both on the Flash Forward Presents label then. The Double Dragon, which is out now worldwide. It's really a banger and a really, really nice song. So really a dance floor filler for sure.
Yeah, especially the second drop.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. So to come to this point, of course, I think you need to have a lot of practice. So can we go to your early years? How did you get in touch with music and since when has that become a passion of yours?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like from maybe like 6-7 years ago. All of my friends, we have this, like, let's say Serbian music, which is not like techno or electronic. It's like folk music. Yeah. And all of my friends, they're listening to this. And I'm into techno music, of course. And one day, since I was the only one to listen to this music, I was really interested in like, how do I make this as a thing, like a hobby or something. So it crossed my mind, maybe I can make music, And I Googled it, how to make music, and there it is. Google gave me FL Studio link.
Right.
Yeah, Fruity Loops.
Yeah,
of course. And after that, I downloaded the FL Studio, and the next thing I know, I have on my laptop YouTube tutorials, and on my desktop computer, FL Studio. So it was a lot of practice, a lot of practice, watching tutorials. Even now, every day I watch a lot of tutorials. I follow these guys that make awesome, like, hip-hop beats, electronic music, everything related to, like, making music. You can catch a lot of good tricks from producers that do, like, beats and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of a self-made man then. In that
respect.
Of
course. It's like everything I know, I learned by myself. So yeah.
Yeah, and so no schooling, like official schools for music or so that you that you went to, or
no, everything was self-education. If you have a goal, you have something like a desire to learn, everything is achievable. That's what I say to all of my friends that are asking me now, how did you do this? I'm just try with the basics, go with the basics. Try to figure out if this will work for you. Just try, absolutely. And you will see. Yeah, for me it was like when I first saw the FL Studio, when I opened it up, it was like, man. Yeah, but the good thing, it was I was really good in English, and of course FL Studio is in English, so you catch up really fast with this just basic of your DAW. Your DAW. If you learn fast basic of your DAW, then the music and everything else, you watch tutorials, it goes fast. If you really have intention of making music.
Yeah. So, and you say like 6-7 years, you really started with that. Before that period, you listened to some dance music, I gathered, and even before that, when you were a kid, were you always listening to songs on the radio, or how should I see that? Yeah,
of course. I remember it was some Serbian TV with like MTV, but just Serbian music, and they put some like Chemical Brothers, David Guetta, Armand Van Halen, those kind of stuff. And at the moment, it was for me, it was like, man, this is so good.
Yeah. So it kind of inspires you to listen a little bit more and get started with the producing as well.
Yes.
Going out wise, what was it like for you when you were growing up? Are there any clubs that you went to? Do you know what the first club, for instance, is that you went to, if any?
Hold on. Yeah, I think it was a club in Novi Sad, which is, I think it's second or the third biggest city in Serbia. I just started with music. Maybe I got like few tracks, maybe. And I got a call from this guy from, he was like the manager of the club. And that was like the very first my touch with the equipment and everything and the surroundings and the crowd and everything. It was like really crazy. I have to be honest. It was like I was so nervous, but it went well.
Yeah. And what did you do to prepare? Were you at home trying stuff, or was it just like, let's go there, see what happens, or?
At this point, I was not like clueless, but I knew some stuff. But what I did, I tried to watch as many as like sets from the really good artists. You know, I didn't steal the whole set or something like that. I just wanted to watch them, how they do this, how they behave, which tracks did they play, how it goes from first minute until the end. You know, how they go, how they start, and how they finish, of course. So it helped me a lot, like this stuff. Yeah.
So that's a second time that you kind of learned stuff from seeing other people, explaining it, but even showing how they are doing it by just playing. I guess perhaps you saw some sets from
just watching, you know, and.
Yeah, well, that's kind of ballsy if that's the thing that you do, and then first time, let's try this and see what happens.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I remember this guy asking me, "Do you know how to mix?" And I never seen the players in my life. I just watched them at YouTube videos. So I was like, yeah, for sure, man. I do this. Yeah, and the bouncer, because I didn't have my beer or stuff, bouncer in the door, he asked me, am I 21? I was like, yeah, man.
So, and before you played your first gig, you didn't go to parties or whatever? No, it was like first gig was also your first real party then, or?
Actually, no. I mean, I come from a very small town here in Serbia. It's like maybe 2,000 people. It's not even a town. It's, let's say, here we can say it's a village. But occasionally, like, I don't know, in 2-3 months, I attend some big parties, like few thousand people, like warehouse kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Before that, I never went into a club, like a club party before this. Just this like big when they came, like I remember there was Federal Ground and EDM scene, you know, Danik.
Yeah.
This was this period, Hardwell and stuff like that, It was a blast. Very good experience at that moment.
Yeah, good. I can imagine really good vibe, good crowd, and that it's really uplifting, you know?
Yeah, the EDM was like really, for me, it was the beginning of my career with the EDM, of course. Yeah, I have a couple of tracks, EDM, some Swedish progressive, like, because of course, I was, Avicii was my god, you know?
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
And after this, you know, when the EDM started slowly like dying or so, I started to listen to techno and later melodic techno. So I continue with melodic techno. This was my choice at the moment. Yeah, after EDM.
Yeah. So you got introduced to electronic dance music, and then kind of you found your own way in that music, because like EDM and electronic dance music is more than EDM, right? Like you said. And then you kind of notice, okay, well, I like that stuff at the time, but I'm more evolving, going to something else which fits my needs and my personality better.
Yeah, something like that. But I also had one small break after like, I don't know, it was my third track or something like that, because I came from a really small, I told you before, a small place. No one knew about me. I didn't have any contacts or stuff. So at one point I got so disappointed because I had this track. It's called Vandals, one of the first. And actually the people who remember the EDM scene will know who Ume Toskan is.
Yes, absolutely.
At one point, this track of mine, he played at Tomorrowland.
Ooh, nice.
At the very beginning of my career, and it was like a real boom, but it meant like only for me. No one knew actually who am I, zero. So at this point, I got a little bit disappointed. Yeah, so I stopped for like, I don't know, maybe 6 months, a little bit more. And I actually deleted my FL Studio, but I kept all the files. Yeah. So after this, I decided to come even stronger.
Yeah, and that's the thing with music, and people kind of underestimate this. Even if you have a track that's being played a lot at a certain moment, doesn't mean that you can really build a career on that.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, okay, once the attention towards that track dies down, you need to start all over again. Okay, you can have like one step up, but you're not remotely there yet to have a consistency in there as a career, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's a showbiz. It's a tough industry. So.
It is, yeah. But you came back, and that's the main thing, for the love of music. And as said, yeah, the tracks that you've put out, the one that's on my label as well, the ones that you did with Hassan, yeah, all cool stuff. So keep at it. I would say.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Sure. I really appreciate the.
Yeah. Club life. Perhaps can you describe a little bit what club life in general in Serbia is like?
To be honest, here in Serbia, nightlife in general, nightlife is sick. Mm-hmm. I mean, people from all around Europe are coming here to have some fun. But the club scene in general lately, it's dying for sure, because we have a lot of this big parties, few thousand people, I guess, I don't know, warehouse kind of stuff, where we bring I don't know, Kevin DeVries, this big artist from Afterlife, Drumco, Adam Bear and stuff, and people are, they wait for this kind of stuff, and they go on these big parties, and in general, these big parties, especially now in winter, they're every weekend. So let's say 5,000 people warehouse full of people. Clubs are empty, zero. Mm-hmm. So the club life here for the DJs is the future is not so bright, I guess. And you cannot get to the point where you can get recognized as a Serbian DJ and producer because of all of these foreign names that are coming, big names. You're in the shadow under this.
Yeah, I can understand that it's comparable here as well. I think, in the summertime, it's all about the festivals, and during wintertime, you have your big events. In club life, I try to host my own parties as well, and it's not always as easy,
Yeah, of
because
course.
there's always something else, and always a bigger name in town, and a big name in town, and so there's a lot of competition, and that makes it tough. But then again, if you don't try, you'll never know. So we keep at it, and everything can help, towards a career and towards helping people get noticed and stuff like that. How many DJ sets would you have played by now, would you say?
I'm not actually sure, but most of it was club parties. I never attended a real festival so far.
Uh-huh.
For the reason I told you before, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And also there's a moment if you don't know, like promoters, managers, event owners and stuff like that, if you're not, let's say, in touch with them, yeah, you will not play for sure. You will not be there. You know, you have to be like really, really, really good to be at this spot.
Yeah, and as you say, if you know people, that always helps.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I do some parties occasionally. Lots of times it gets where I just don't want to play at some places like bars and stuff. They call me, they ask me if I can play, let's say, tech house or something like this, and I have to deny. Because I'm not just like a DJ that they used to call, you know, they want to play, yeah, for sure, you can play tech house, yeah, for sure. For me, it's not like that. Like that. I'm making music, and I'm not just an ordinary DJ. So if I make melodic techno, I will play melodic techno.
Yeah, that's kind of what your what people should know about you and what you want to bring across, and this is what you want people to hear. If they have a set by Madness Factory, it's the melodic techno kind of stuff. That's
exactly. I wanted to represent myself in that way.
Yeah. Exactly. If you look back at the DJ sets that you played, is there someone? First let's go to a DJ set that you saw another DJ play. You mentioned, of course, those EDM DJs from way back when. Which set of those had the most impact on you?
Let me think about the EDM scene. Like before, I think the best DJ set that I attended, Danik from the Netherlands. It was this era of EDM, let's say, and it was the first party that actually blew my mind, and I was like, man, you need to work a lot more, to achieve this kind of stuff. Because for me, even now when I attend the parties, it is, for me, and I know some of my friends who are also producers, we cannot enjoy 100% of the party because we all listen to this sound and we are like, man, how he do this?
And is there, in your own genre, is there a DJ that comes to mind that you perhaps saw perform live that you were really impressed by?
I actually attended like maybe 1 week ago a really good party. It was in Serbia. We pronounce it Joris Vorn or Joris Vorn.
Yes, Joris Vorn. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was mind-blowing. It was all IDs. Maybe he played one of his tracks that I know. Everything else was IDs flying around. For me, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, for people who don't know what an ID is, that's those are tracks that aren't released yet.
Exactly, which is, I'm glad that you mentioned this, because like 90% of the people that go to these parties now, they don't know. Yeah, they go just for the Instagram stories.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of those things. Yeah, it's more about being seen there and on the internet, not always about the music. That's why some DJs now, they are asking people just put your phones in the locker and don't come in with your phone for that reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, Danik and Joris Vorn, two Dutch guys. Of course, Holland or the Netherlands is a big dance music-oriented country. Really with a good export in dance music DJs, that's for sure. If we would look at yourself, is there a DJ set that comes to mind that you thought, well, so far this was one of the best sets that I played?
That has to be, but it's not melodic techno. It was Dax J from UK. You know Dax J, techno guy. It was Exit Festival like a couple of years ago. Really good set. I enjoyed it so much because it was like non-stop. The guy was like killing it non-stop, like 2 hours straight, no stopping. Yeah. So this is what I liked about this. Yeah, Dax J for sure.
Yeah, and is there a set that you played yourself that you're proud of?
I don't know. I mean, I like all of my set because I prepare for my sets. You know, I have some friends. I will not say their names now, but they just take their USB flash and they go to party. I think for me I cannot do it like that. I prepare myself for a gig for like maybe a week or so for sure. I'm downloading music every day.
Yeah.
I collect like maybe 100 tracks, and then from this, depends on my slot. Is it 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours? I choose 10, 15, 20 tracks for this kind of stuff. So basically, I think all of my sets so far were good.
Yeah, because they're very well prepared.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And I also have this opportunity because I'm in the music industry. I make music. I have a lot of ideas, you know, maybe not from that much famous artists, like, you know, but I have some ideas from my friends, but they're actually really good ideas. I mean, really good tracks that no one else heard before I played it.
Yeah, but I think that's a really good approach. That's kind of the way that I compile my mixes in my mix show Flash Forward Presents with Major K. It's like a selection of new tracks that I just like, and I don't care if they're from A-listers or like starting producers or whatever. If I like the track, I like the track, and I'm gonna play it, and that's it, you know. And so you do that as well, yeah? Yeah,
of course, yeah. I mean, for me, even if I play 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, 15 minutes, I will rock from the very first minute until the end. I don't care. I will go strong.
Yeah. All right. Is there a club that you've been to the most?
Here in Belgrade?
Yeah, well, in general, is there one club that you really visited the most or played at the most?
I think that would be here in Serbia. The club is closed now from like recently, but it was like the best club in the town. It's called Half. They had really, I think they had like maybe the best speakers in like Europe, maybe Eastern Europe. I think I remember it's Void. Yeah, the surround system, it's Void. It's really good, and the club was very good. And this is the place I maybe visited the most. Yeah. And I'm sorry, it's not working anymore.
Yeah. It's that's a shame. And you mentioned the sound system. Is that the most important thing to make a club really excel and be really awesome to you? Is that the most important thing?
Well, no, actually no. I mean, when I'm just listening to the music, I'm in the club and I'm on the other side of the mix pult. For me, it's not that big of a deal. It's if the music is good, you know. But if you're a DJ and you want to perform well, you think about this stuff, you know. Even though you might think it's not that irrelevant, but at some point you think, yeah, it is. Because you want to represent yourself in the, you know, to be like really great with your music and stuff.
Yeah. And are there other elements that are important to you as well, to have a good night at the club?
Girls.
Okay.
Girls, and most of my friends would agree because they know I drink a lot of beer for sure. Yeah, it's my favorite drink. And yeah, my friends, I like to be with my friends. Yeah, most of them, they are supportive. I mean, this is Eastern Europe. They cannot go out every weekend, maybe cannot afford it and stuff like that. Yeah, but there are always a couple of friends that are following me. So I like seeing them, you know, in front of the crowd and stuff like that, cheering me up, or even just to make a cool video so I can, you know, post it on my social media to do some marketing and stuff.
Yeah, it's good to have friends while you're playing, just as support, you know, to support you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sometimes make it easier just to see them in the crowd. I'm like,
yeah.
If some clubs have DJ booth, they are behind me.
Yeah. I think you're full of ambition still, musically speaking, with your tracks that are coming out, DJ set wise as well. Is there a club that comes to mind that you really want to play in, and that's kind of a dream club to play in for you?
I haven't thought about this really, but there is a club that I like. I think it's in UK. It's really narrow like this. I can't remember the name. It's I'm not sure. I cannot remember now, but I can say the second one is Factory in Madrid, Spain.
Right.
Really good club. Really good club. I would love to perform there someday.
Yeah, but you did visit that club before, or?
No, actually not. Just visit them on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. The online visit and seeing the atmosphere and other people perhaps perform there and the kind of...
Yeah, you've been to Ibiza. Maybe you can tell me a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think that Ibiza has really good clubs as well. The one is a little bit bigger than the other. I think sometimes it's when you have a big club and there's a smaller room in that club, you have perhaps the best experience of your life because you're kind of with like not that many people. Well, still a couple of hundreds, of course, but you have more this communal experience, perhaps, and knowing that you see something special. Otherwise, I need to travel around a bit more to visit some clubs abroad as well. We have, in Belgium, we have some good clubs that I've been to, going from Fuse to Club Vaag in Antwerp, to Kompas in Ghent. Good ones, but not that small ones either, because that's a kind of asset. It's a bit the same way it's going in comparison to in Serbia, that like the smaller clubs really are not having that a good time, and the bigger events, then those are the events that really attract people.
Of course. All kind of people.
Yeah, all kind of people. Okay, well, what can we expect from you in the future? If you look it's almost 2024, what can we expect? What are you going to do? More productions, DJ sets, and what have you? Tell us what your secrets are in that respect.
For 2024, I think I'm gonna go this is gonna be the strongest year for me. Let's say I'm gonna do all in now. I'm doing some collabs. I'm doing some production of my own. I even have an intention of opening my own label. I will reveal that now. It's ongoing. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's ongoing. This was like my dream since the beginning of the maybe making music. And now I figure out what the hell I'm gonna go for it, even though it takes time and stuff. Even I have a job. I'm gonna do my own music and now the label. So I'm gonna go and try it with my one of my best friends. He's also DJ and producer. Shout out to him.
Good, he's listening, of course, and supporting in the meantime. So
that's basically it. I mean, focus is on making my own music, but I will try to put some of my energy into this label stuff. Yeah, this would be like, even though maybe I don't make any, let's say, success or something. I will fulfill my dream to have my own label. Yeah, it's even when I think about it, it's really thrilling for me.
Well, I wish you all the best with that
Thank
label,
you, man.
and it's really good that you're so excited to keep on doing this, because it's beautiful. I guess it's really beautiful, that sentiment. So wish you all the best of luck. I'm really hopeful that Double Dragon, that it will do well once it's out there. It's a banger of a track, so people do check it out. Hassan Ghazi and Madness Factory and Double Dragon in Beatport, Spotify, Deezer, everywhere you can get your music, stream your music. It's available. So thank you so much for being here and Back to the Clubs. It was really interesting to see how DJ life is in Serbia and what the ambitions are for you personally. And I hope to catch up soon and perhaps see each other in real life sometime in 2024. That would be awesome.
Yeah, of course, it would be a blast. And once again, thank you for having me, and thank you for having me on the label as well. I think the Double Dragon have a really good potential to break some charts, let's say. And yeah, let's do this. And what I wanted to say more, can I say hi to someone or something like this?
Sure, of course.
I wanted to say hi to all of my friends here from Serbia, DJs and producers, Nemo and Umik, and I would like to say hi to my geography teacher. She will know.
Okay, that's a special shout out, and for her and you to know, and for us to perhaps never find out why. But that's really awesome. Thank you so much again for being here at Madness Factory, and hope to see you soon then. An artist who's eager to break out, that's for sure. And with Double Dragon in collaboration with Hassan Ghazi, this really might happen. Check your music app as it's out right now. Don't forget to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app meanwhile, and give it a raving rating too. It helps more people find the show. Find me as @officialmajork on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. And go get your Back to the Clubs logo t-shirt on dancemusicmerch.com and support what we're doing here. In the last episode of this season, I'll be talking to Architect, a DJ and producer from Tampa, Florida, whose track Jonah was playlisted by Hot Since 82 during ADE last October, and that had a big effect. So more on that in that last episode. For now, see you next time and enjoy the sunshine. Bye bye.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.